My name is Natalie Jolie-Fanas, and I will be your chair for the proceedings as we witness the official signing of an MOU between the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project and the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College as we begin to offer digital literacy courses. It is my pleasure to welcome you here to the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College campus, but to do the official welcome, I invite Ms. Janet Barnard, who is the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Public Service. Ms. Barnard?
The government of St. Lucia continues its efforts to catapult our beautiful country forward through the adoption of information and communication technology and the digital delivery of government services. The government of St. Lucia has been working tirelessly to bring about this transformation through the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project via a three-pillar approach. The first pillar seeks to create a digital-enabled environment to support the development of the region's digital economy that drives competition, investment, and innovation, while promoting trust and security of online transactions. It will focus on legal, regulatory, and institutional reforms to support modernization of the telecommunications and digital financial services sector, while mitigating risk, including cybersecurity, data protection, and privacy. Instituting digital government infrastructure, platforms, and services is the second pillar. It supports public sector modernization, resilience, and delivery of digital public services to both individuals and businesses. It will aim to ensure that core infrastructure, platforms, institutions, and human capacity needed to efficiently and effectively manage internal government operations and public services are widely accessible online from anywhere within the country, the region, or the globe. The third pillar, digital skills and technology adoption, aims to better equip individuals and businesses for the ICT-related jobs and the corresponding digital economy to spur innovation and productivity. It adopts a regional approach aiming to capture economies of scale in specialized digital skills development programs and to create a pool of advanced digital talent to better position the region to attract investments by digital firms. It also aims to tackle both the supply and demand side constraints, supporting greater technology adoption and the utilization of digitally enabled business models to drive demand for newly skilled employees, as well as making connections with global employment opportunities through online working platforms. Specific efforts and targets are included to encourage maximum participation of women and girls in the support programs in order to promote greater opportunities and representation in digitally enabled professions and businesses. The World Bank-funded Caribbean Digital Transformation Project is proud to partner with the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College to achieve the digital skills goals. As you may know, Sir Arthur Lewis was a distinguished economist and the first St. Lucian to receive a Nobel Prize. His work focused on the economic advancement of developing countries, and he believed that a country's economic growth was directly tied to its ability to use technology to increase productivity. This belief is still relevant today, and we are proud to be working with the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College to develop ICT training programs and innovation hubs, to encourage research and development as St. Lucia strives to achieve its ICT goals. The government of St. Lucia, along with its various partners, is focused on digitizing a wide cross-section of industries, such as agriculture, tourism, and healthcare. By leveraging the power of ICT, we can streamline processes, reduce cost, and increase efficiency. For example, we have worked tirelessly to help farmers modernize their sectors through smart farms and the use of sustainable energy sources. We also seek to better facilitate business operations by digitizing our island's revenue services and the creation of a collateral registry to assist with access to finance and improve the ease of doing business. Additionally, this Caribbean Digital Transformation Project will support the development of technical requirements for the design and implementation of an e-land registry information system. We must continue to invest in our ICT infrastructure and develop policies that will ensure that the benefits of digitization are felt by all St. Lucians regardless of their location or social status. Signing this Memorandum of Understanding is very important as it provides a perfect backdrop for our agencies to pursue a mutually beneficial relationship to improve access to higher quality digital skills for market beneficiaries. The launch of the training courses allow various groups and sectors to capitalize on many digital training opportunities to spur ICT growth. For Sir Arthur Lewis, the provision of courses, furnishing their laptop program, and furnishing a state-of-the-art innovation hub augurs well for their transition into a university. In closing, I would like to thank the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, and the World Bank for their support in this journey towards a digital future. I also want to encourage St. Lucians to take advantage of the courses at which will enhance their personal and professional development. Let us continue to work together to achieve our ICT goals and push St. Lucia leaps and bounds into the digital revolution. I welcome you.
Protocol having been established, it is my pleasure to be here at such a momentous event representing the government of St. Lucia, who along with the World Bank and partners such as the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College are helping to create a better society in which startups, established businesses, employees in the public sector, and the average man can enjoy a better quality of life, especially through the adoption of information and communication technologies, ICT. The world around us is rapidly changing, and thus we need to keep up with the advancements in order to remain competitive and relevant to our country's citizens. Most of us would have heard of a game-changing application such as ChatGPT, which is a technology that allows us to effortlessly connect with information, resources, and services in ways that were previously unimaginable. Such technology is already having a profound effect on the way that we communicate with each other. This means that relationships like the ones which we are forging here today are increasingly important. St. Lucia has to keep up with the technological trends as we can ill afford to be left behind. We at the ministry have already made significant progress towards modernizing our own public sector. We have implemented a number of reforms to improve the efficiency of our public service, including the adoption of a results-based management approach and various performance management systems. Additionally, we have introduced a number of digital solutions to improve the delivery of public service. By now, most persons would have heard of DigiGov, which we have implemented our e-government portal, which allows citizens to access government services online, reducing the need for in-person visits and long wait times. Of course, we recognize that there is still more work to be done, and we are committed to continuing our efforts to modernize our public sector and the private sector through collaborations such as this one that we see here today. Sir Arthur Lewis Community College is a crucial component of the ICT ecosystem. The college, as a leading tertiary institution, has the important task of constantly researching ICT technologies and training our nation's citizens on how to utilize these technologies, applications, and standards. We also look to the World Bank to provide much needed financial and technical assistance to move us from that planning stage to execution. Consulting services to support digital skills in the OECS, including a market assessment, development of frameworks for program and facilitation of training, was recently completed by the OECS. A key objective of this initiative was enhanced preparedness of the citizenry to effectively participate in the global digital economy, particularly access to opportunities for remote work and bridging the divide experienced by women, youth, and disadvantaged social groups. Under the auspices of this World Bank-funded program, a market assessment was undertaken in the OECS region. The exercise focused on an analysis of the demand and supply of digital skills, occupations, sectors, and projections. In so doing, we at the Ministry of the Public Service, through the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project, gave our full commitment to working alongside Arthur Lewis Community College, the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, and other stakeholders to break down technology barriers and ensure that everyone is included in this era of digitization and modernization. It is important that all citizens and stakeholders are engaged and that we continue to seek feedback and input from the public to ensure that our efforts are aligned with their needs and their expectations. By signing this MOU today, the project and the college, we formalize our intention to work together to facilitate the capacity building in various digital skills development courses, which will be articulated by the college. The Caribbean Digital Transformation Project has supplied Sir Arthur Lewis with 60 Acer Nitro 5 Core i7 laptops for their Loan A laptop program. The initiative is valued at $60,000 US and will be officially handed over later today in the program. Additionally, the project will supply SAFA with an innovation lab equipped with computer equipment and furniture. This $560,000 US equipment will be accessible as well to non-SAFA Lewis Community College students. With a budget of $500,000 US, the project will cover the cost of training expenses associated with the delivery of training to 4,000 persons, including at least 400 women and at-risk youth. In addition, stipends and refreshment costs for in-person students, transportation costs for existing course facilitators teaching at non-SAFA Lewis sites, and costs for new lecturers to be hired will also be covered. It is our every belief that the courses offered here will be fully subscribed to, particularly by adults who are desirous of becoming technology literate, school leavers, the unemployed, vendors, entrepreneurs, small business owners, employees desirous of enhancing their ICT skills, and employees who are desirous of switching to perhaps ICT career paths. The courses will continue over the next 3 years, and in so doing, both the quality and the quantity of the course offerings will expand to meet the required need. We are building a digital St. Lucia, and the commitment of everyone here today is testament to making this a reality. I thank you all for your dedication to St. Lucia's growth and national development.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Monrose, for that information. I can say on behalf of all St. Lucians that we really appreciate the digital solutions that you've been doing through DigiGov. It has saved us a lot of time, effort, energy, money. So that is excellent. I am also very happy that I can see that you're building on training that the college had already begun in breaking those barriers that you speak to, because we've already started what I would call the elementary level of digital literacy, and we are so happy that we can partner with you to build on that, but I'm sure my chair will do all of that thanking. So we're going to take a little segue now. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from the Ministry of Public Service in terms of what it is that they are going to put into this project. And now we want to hear from the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College in terms of the course offerings. And I will invite Ms. Tanya Warner, who is the Acting Dean of Academic Partnerships and Internationalization, to speak to that.
Allow me to adopt the protocol that has already been established. My role here basically is to give a brief and concise description of the courses that are going to be offered under this program. So initially we're going to be starting with You and the Digital World. It's going to be a level 1 course. Computer applications, it's going to be a level 1 course. Intermediate spreadsheets, it's going to be at a little higher or more advanced level, social media and web applications and digital marketing. And I will go through them individually to give you a greater insight. Right. So You and the Digital World is going to be targeting primarily persons who want to get involved in the digital world and want to become a digital citizen. And it's a very basic elementary aspect of the computer and software and navigating the internet. So it's introduction to digital literacy, your digital identity, information in the digital age, communication and collaborating with the digital world, and cybersecurity and safety. So it's for persons who might be familiar with going online from their phone, but they need to get a little more insight into how things really function. So it is perhaps one of our elementary courses that might be appealing to just about anybody who wants to really start off. The next one we have is computer applications. And for this, we are targeting persons who want to get a better understanding of the computer software and learn to use the various productivity tools. So we're looking at using the software that exists for persons to be able to support their businesses and organize themselves generally. So it's computing concepts, word processing fundamentals, working with spreadsheets, and introduction to PowerPoint presentation. And so somebody who has a business and they're starting off and they want to understand the tools and how it can really help them to improve their business, this is a good place to jump off of. Moving on from that, and at a higher level for those persons who already have the basics, we have social media and web applications. Persons who want to effectively use social media and navigate the web. And we realize that a lot of marketing happens right there, a lot of communication happens right there. And so it's to give persons an understanding of how to go on and use the social media to their advantage to better their business at the end of the day. It's the nuts and bolts of social media. It's leveraging the social media to your advantage and advertising, promoting your business. It's looking at the issues associated with safety online. Content management systems in terms of application, using Google to see how you can get your name right at the top as much as possible when people look for your product or service, and the issues associated with copyright. And this is a little more advanced in terms of intermediate spreadsheets. So it's an ability for persons who have a business who want to use Excel and spreadsheet to be able to engage in record keeping and help them to develop their financial literacy as well as their reports at the end of the day. We look at spreadsheet preparation, control systems, data forms, macro, error trapping, cell protection, Visual Basic Editor, and financial functions. So the person who has a business and now wants to start establishing proper financial records, proper recording records, can use this course to propel them in that direction. And the most elevated course that we have are for persons who already have the basic foundation in a lot of these areas, but looking at digital marketing in a more in-depth way. So these are for anyone who wishes to reposition their product and service online in a real serious way, and looking at content marketing, search engine optimization, digital marketing strategies, digital display advertising, and assisting in terms of a marketing plan and strategy with a digital component. All of these courses essentially will be 45 hours, and with assessment at the end of it will result in a 3 college credit course. The content for all of these courses will be on our e-learning platform Moodle, so everything in terms of resources and access to information, additional information will be entirely digital, and some of the classes will essentially be online as well as a face-to-face component. There'll be 2 components associated with all of them. So essentially, these are the courses that are on offer at present. Thank you very much for your attention, and I hope some of it seemed appealing to you. Thank you.
So you've heard from both of the entities that are involved in this signing, and we would now like to have the representatives come up to do the formal signing of the MOU's hard copy here. So I'm going to invite to our head table Mr. Cletus Springer to represent the South Louis Community College and Ms. Janet Barnard from the Ministry of Public Service. Did I hear a round of applause for that? And can I ask you to remain? I think you heard, I think it was the Chief ICT Officer when she outlined what Sir Arthur Lewis would be receiving, 60 laptops for our loan program. So now we would invite Ms. Barnard to officially hand over the laptop, one of the laptops, to the chair of the board. And subsequently, we are going to invite the Deputy Permanent Secretary and the Acting Principal to do a handover as well. And let me just say, this is a very high-end laptop. It really is the quality of a laptop that you want, and I use that loosely, a digital animal. And you know our young people are these days, so it will be of a great benefit to the students. So let me invite.
I want to welcome you all here. I want to extend a special welcome to my good friend, Russ Iper, and members of his Vendors Association. I am particularly happy to see you here, Iper, because you're one of the target groups. The Vendors Association is one of the target groups of this training. I want to hope and urge your members to take advantage of it, okay? Because in this day and age, you know, you got to be avant-garde, right? Thank you, Iper. Good to see you here, and good to see you all. So thanks, too, for the laptops. I'm disappointed, of course, that one is not for my personal use. I am digitally challenged, and I thought I'd get a laptop for that. But if you just look at it and the red lights and everything, it really encourages you to get involved. So thanks for the laptop, 60 laptops, PS. And just in case PS Michelle Charles is watching, I want to tell her that we still need more laptops because she had promised to give us some, and I don't want her to think that these 60 laptops, that we have enough. We don't. So please give us some more. So let me thank everybody who has been involved in putting this project together. It's a critical project in the overall scheme of things for St. Lucia. I think every social and business actor should be digitally literate. Gone are the days when literacy was all about reading, writing, and arithmetic. Now, digital literacy can encompass all of that and more. But for businesses, it is about cutting corners, cutting costs, generating profit, and so on. For students, it's for accessing the World Wide Web of knowledge, okay? Everybody has a benefit that they can extract from this digital economy, and so we really need to get involved in them. Now, whenever I'm involved in signing ceremonies like these that involve one or more arms of government and a funding agency, I'm always reminded that really and truly these are cooperative agreements between government agencies. So it's the government cooperating between itself, among itself, within itself, with an external partner in this case being the World Bank. Now, I was an international civil servant for 15 years, so I know how fraught it is when countries enter into these projects. The international donor community is not forgiving of ineffective project management or poor project management. We have to get it right. I've had to write my own share of letters to government departments, and I've had to pull the plug on a few projects myself in my career. So I know how much is riding on the success of this project. We have to get it right, not just for the sake of our beneficiaries, the hundreds and so students that will benefit, but St. Lucia's image, St. Lucia's reputation is at stake with this project. So we have to remember that we're doing this really to keep our name alive, to ensure that every time St. Lucia's name comes across a director of a bank or OES or international agency, that the urge to sign is not is strong, that people have good things to say about St. Lucia by virtue of the steps that we've made in project management. So for that, I hope we can truly cooperate in removing any barriers to the successful implementation of this project over its life. And I feel sure that on our side, of the South St. Louis community side, as well as on the side of the Ministry of Economic Development, we will do everything we can to get it right. I want to again urge every St. Lucian, every citizen who has a smart device to sign up for these courses. I think it would be a very smart thing to do. I plan to register, and I hope you will as well. So look out for the flyers, the PSAs about the courses that will be held in community centers and on the SALCC website. IPA, spread the word, please, among all your members and others, okay? So let's get this course information out, and let's make this project the best project it can be. Thank you very, very much.